Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keiaradise. So, I made a video last year about things I miss about living in China. Okay, if you don't know already, I lived in China for 8 years, almost 9 years. See what I did there? Like, this is 8 in Chinese and that's 9. I think that's 9. I think so. Yes. Or this, no, that's 7. Okay, 8, 9. And I moved back to America, the United States, a year ago. So about 6 weeks after I moved back, I made a video about all the things that I miss about China, which I uploaded already. So do check out that video here, because it'll make this video make more sense. And I uploaded it last year, and I haven't watched it since I've uploaded it. I noticed that it was in my archives, and I said, let me upload it again, but I didn't rewatch it. So what I'm going to do now is watch it and update the information, you know, from a perspective of living in America for one whole year. So without further ado, let's watch and react.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keiaradise. If you haven't already, subscribe, join the tribe, and follow me on Instagram. So, I have been back in the States for...
Let me just say this. I don't know what happened, but like when I first moved back to the States, I was like really doing my hair, and my hair looked so good. Like in this video, it looks so good. This is a wig right now. But since then, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I lost the skill. I don't know. I haven't touched my own hair. I mean, I wash it still, but like worn my natural hair out since this video or since August. So yeah, I need to get back into doing my natural hair. That's the only thing I want to say. So let's continue.
How many months? A month? I got here like March 29th. It is now May 12th. So 6 weeks so far. You know, in San Francisco, California, the city by the bay. Been here 6 weeks. And so I'm going to just ramble about all the things that I miss about China. Okay? First of all, and foremost, I miss getting my nails done. I won't do it here. I won't do it. I'm not doing it. I got my nails done once. Okay? Once. And it was for myself and my mom. Okay, so there was 2 people. $143. Yes, I got the gel. Yes, I got press-ons. Yes. But did you know? Well, I was getting my nails done in Shanghai, which was really cheap, and it was by my university, Fudan. Repping Fudan. Okay, class of 2018. I used to get my nails done for, wait for it, 110 renminbi. You know the currency is different, right? So you got $143. Okay, so one person, you like put that in half, 70 something dollars, right? For one person versus 100 and something renminbi.
Okay, so to update you guys, these are my nails. I have started to get my nails done in the States, and there are some significant differences between manicures and pedicures of America and manicures and pedicures of China. I don't know if you guys want to get into that discussion. I can do it real fast, but let me first preface this by saying that I have not gotten my nails done in a month, or yes, about a month, because of this whole coronavirus thing. Apparently nails are not essential. You know, having upkeeping your nails, pedicures, manicures are not essential needs. So every salon is closed. I mean, like my mom and me, we have driven around. We have gone everywhere. They all closed. So if you know anyone's doing nails, house calls in the San Francisco area, please do contact me, because these right here, which are really cute actually, I just bought these from Walgreens. and they're press-on nails. All it is glue and plastic. That's it. Anyway, I did start getting my nails done, and I do pay like $100 each time, or $110, and I be leaving like really nice large tips, and they love me there because I'm like slipping them a 20 or something like that, which is way too much, but it's America. Everything is just inflated because, I don't know, we gotta pay for the brand.
100 and something renminbi. I always like convert like really roughly, so I would always think of it like 100 yuan is almost the equivalent of it like having a $20 bill, you know. So basically, for 20 bucks versus 70 something bucks, and that was the cheapest. This is
okay. So if you get like gel and press-ons or acrylic, then of course it goes up and up and up. But I'm just want to emphasize that where I was getting my nails done in Shanghai, it was a fixed rate. It cost, I think it was 50 or 60 RMB for the hands, 50 or 60 for the toes. And you can get all the jewels and all the stuff with them here. You ask for anything, they want to say, oh, that's $5 more. I'm like, okay, dang, I want what I want.
Cheapest rate too. Okay, so let's just say I went to like a more expensive place. I think I could get maximum $50. Hands, feet, toes, nails. You know, you want eyelash? No, they don't do that there. You want eyebrow too? No. Cut that out. Don't get offended with it. Anyway, I miss my nails being on fleek. I miss that. Do people still say fleek? Yes, they say fleek.
No, darling, they don't say fleek anymore. I don't say fleek. I don't know. How can I describe glamorous?
I don't think so. I thought so 2012 or 15, I don't know. Okay, what's another thing that I missed?
I just want to say, sometimes I like to break out in a British accent. I don't know if it's good. You gotta ask the Brits that. I don't know. But I like to just be like, oh yes, darling. Oh yes, darling.
Miss Taobao. Oh my gosh, you would think.
Cute. I put the little link of my my Taobao skit. If you guys want me to upload my Taobao skit, please do tell me in the comments and I'll upload it. I used to think it was so cute. And I think it's better if I react to it than just upload it. I don't know. Y'all let me know.
Amazon could hold a candle to Taobao, but it cannot. How is Bezos the most richest man? Y'all slipping. Okay, you need to bump him out of the way and put Jack Ma in there, because he doing the most. So he's, you know.
Okay, so what do I think about that now? I do use Amazon. I mean, it comes with the territory. Like, what do you want me to do? Okay, I have stuff. I'm the type of person, like, I'm just in my own world a lot of the time. So while I'm at work, especially when I worked at the Blacks Museum, when I was working there at Madame Tussauds, I would just plan out my life. I would sit there with my phone, add stuff to my Amazon cart, plan, buy, like, okay, this is what I'm going to buy. When I do this is what I'm going to do. This is making moves, basically. So yes, I do have to use Amazon, and I am a Prime member. Still think Taobao is better. Okay, Team Mom.
He's a saint, okay, in my eyes. Amazon, do you know how much they charge you for shipping? And then you search the same stuff, and it's on Taobao for like, I don't know, 40 renminbi, 50 renminbi, which is...
I mean, that is true though. Like, a lot of the stuff that I buy obviously is made in China. Or the stuff that we buy as consumers, made in China. I think, like, I'd have to look that up. Like, what percentage of consumer goods are from China? I really would like to know. because I think that they run like just about, they're the world's factory. I think that's kind of becoming, there more companies are finding suppliers elsewhere, and China's trying to establish itself more as a, what do you call that? Oh my gosh, I used to know all these terminologies. I mean, dang, it's like, how do you say it? It's a country that sells its like technology, service-based economy more than a goods-based economy. So it is in a transitional period between just being the world's factory to being like the world's IT country. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying.
Maybe like $10 if that, and then it'll be double the price on Amazon, and you gotta pay for shipping, and the shipping takes forever. I remember I'm talking about domestic shipping, Amazon stores. Most of them are located in the United States, so they should have already have their inventory, I would think, even though they're getting all their stuff made in China and shipped to them wholesale. Duh, is that how it works? Anyway, domestically in China, I would never pay more than like, I don't know, 2-3 RMB for shipping, and it would always be like, damn, like 2 days. In a snap. But in Amazon, oh no. It's like a week, or if you pay for it, even if you pay like.
Well, now I do have Amazon Prime, and it does come next day, but with this whole Rona thing, they messed up my shipping.
Express Prime. I know you're saying, yeah, when you get Amazon Prime. No, I'm not. I'm okay. I'm going to a store. Okay? Amazon, I see you. You got these other people fooled. Not me, player. I know. I've seen the other side of.
You know, it's something that's really funny. I feel like Amazon just, I don't know how to say this in English. Like secretly, like sneakily takes your money, because I never get a notification of my Amazon Prime. I'm like, oh, am I even paying for it? Then I look at my bank statement or my online bank, and I'm like, yeah, they do, but they don't tell you, because every other transaction gives me a notification, or I get a confirmation email or something like that. But Amazon does. Amazon's like, we gonna take your money, and we ain't telling you nothing. And that's true.
The coin. Okay? Yeah. So that's another thing. This is just cheapness. Things being inexpensive in China. Everything was just so much cheaper. You just didn't feel like you're getting good. But maybe also I live in an expensive city. Like Shanghai is a pretty expensive city as well. And I noticed that too, because I went to Qingdao when I was flying here. I just stayed over.
Okay, so let me just talk about Qingdao real fast. I went there for a night because my flight was from Qingdao to San Francisco, whatever. Shanghai to Qingdao. Okay, you get it. I love Qingdao. I haven't seen any of it other than like from the airport back, but something about it just really, I would totally, if I ever move back to China, I'm moving to Qingdao, okay? Or at least going to something like that. I loved Qingdao.
Anything like that. But I went to Qingdao, and it was so cheap. I was like, wow. If I do move back to China ever, I'm gonna move to Qingdao. Like, I'm not doing Shanghai anymore. Too much, too expensive. But still, that expensive.
Okay, like what happened in Qingdao, so I had gone to a 7-Eleven, and because I had a long flight after, so I was like, okay, and the hotel I was staying at, they had a 7-Eleven like right next door. So I went in there, and I just like stocked up on like a bunch of stuff, right? And I only spent like 30 RMB, but I got like 5 or 6, 7 things, like chips and salad. Like I got a bunch of stuff that I know if I had bought the same stuff in Shanghai, it would have been at least 100 RMB. I know for a fact. Okay, but I'd even got one of those, like, you know, Starbucks frappuccino, like, you know what I'm talking about. They had one of those, and it was only like,
Shanghai's expensive is nothing compared to San Francisco. Oh my god, I would take it even. Driving up the, how do you call that? Shanghai. The cost of living. Okay, so that's another thing. I just miss things being so cheap. Another thing that's like, that I miss is the transportation in China. Or in Shanghai, China, whatever, China. I feel like everything is so easy to get to in China. It's just like a very mobile place, you know? Nowadays, you still have like Uber, and, well, they don't have Uber there. Uber is Didi or Meituan, like they have different rideshare apps. But like, the metro, the train system, like, I just felt like everything was so accessible. Me out here, if you don't have a car, good luck, honey. Good luck. Wish you the best of luck.
That is still so true. Okay, like a year later, I mean, I Uber everywhere because I find the trains, or the BART is what it's called out here, horrid. I don't go that many places, especially while this Rona thing is going on. I've literally gone to work and gone home, and I can walk to work. But before, like when I was working way down in Fisherman's Wharf, I was taking Uber every day, and then I was doing like, it was like $11 one way, 11 one way, 11 back, $22 on average. Yes. But for me to get there by transit, which is so unreliable, like, I just always felt like I'd have to do 4 or 5 different buses. Well, it wasn't 4 or 5 buses. It was like 2 buses. And I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. You gotta go there. You gotta do that. Forget it. It's just called being spoiled. That's what it is, actually.
And San Francisco is supposedly like a very commuter-friendly city. Where?
That's so true compared to other places in the States. Yeah, like, this is such a commuter-friendly city, but I find it like it just can't even hold a candle to the transportation in China, or in a major city in China like Shanghai. Shanghai was like clean metro. I feel like on the BART here, you always have to witness something sketchy. Like, that's the reason why I like to pay for Uber, because I'm like, I just want to minimize my sketch risk. That's it. Like, I don't need to be witnessing stuff. I don't need to know that the life is what it is. Like, I'd rather just be in my own little bubble.
It's not. Who wants to be commuting up those hills? I was literally on top of a hill. And then, can you believe, like, the bus that goes by my house, it comes every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. The BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit, Bay Area Ratchet Transit. I ain't gonna get on that. It is ratchet. Not even about like the people on there. Like, the service in it
is about the people on there. Oh, it's both.
Itself is bad. We're not getting all of our bang for our buck. I don't know where that money's going to. They're always gonna give you like these crazy.
Yeah, because like BART has been the same way with no improvements since like the 80s. Like, they have not added any routes. They don't have new trains. Like, their trains just look so old. It's like, come on, it's 2020. If they were to like, and you know, everything that's going on with like the coronavirus, I hope this just shows people that the government can do whatever it wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the government wanted you to have $1,000 a month or $1,000, whatever, they could do that. If they wanted to invest in infrastructure and better trains and better transportation. They could. They just choose not to for whatever reason. Like, I mean, of course things cost money, but what is money? Especially when you're the one printing it.
Why would we have, like, fast trains? Like, what the heck is that? Why would we do that? No, what? And it's because people in the Bay Area will pay anyway. I would strike. Like, listen.
Well, the truth of the matter is, like, the Bay Area is like this really, I don't know how to explain. It's urban, but when you think about the demographic as a whole, especially when you kind of go to the what's that, like west, if you're gonna go up to kind of like Napa and like the Sonoma County and these type of places, like they don't want to have BART going to them. Same with like going down the peninsula. It's literally kind of like a bureaucratic reasons like that. Like the rich, the elite are like, we don't want them freaking train dwellers.
The interior looks gross. The trains are so old, first of all. Okay, have you ever seen that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith? It's set in the 80s in San Francisco, right? And I know that BART...
It's funny because it's like the only BART reference that I know. So I'm always like, when I'm talking crap about BART, I'm like, yeah, that one scene in Pursuit of Happiness. Remember that movie? He was homeless with his son, and they were on BART. Them trains are still the same. That was in the 80s. That's 40 years.
An appearance on there. The trains are still the same. Same trains since the 80s. It is 2019. The 80s, yeah, it's no longer like the early 2000s anymore. We're like, oh yeah, well the 80s was just a couple minutes ago, like, you know, like 20 years. No, it's 40 years. Oh no, 40 years. These 40-year-old trains, those things move like, that's the BART. Well, I won't do it. I think that's a separate video in itself, like, just trying to articulate how much BART and SF Muni sucks, and how much Amtrak you...
Okay, so there is a bus system that I think is kind of cool. It's the Flixbus. If you guys look up Flix, Flix, I love them. I've been using that to go to Sacramento, and I pay like $5 and I go all the way to Sacramento, you know, and there's no BART that goes there. But the Flixbus has kind of made me have a little bit of hope in American public transportation. But it's a European company. So that's probably why it's better.
Sucks too. China was just so easy to get around. If I wanted to take a trip to Hangzhou, which is like a pretty close city, I don't know how many kilometers it is from Shanghai, but they're really close. I think you would take a train for like an hour. If you gotta get to the train station, yeah, that's another hour. But depending on where you live in proximity to the train station, but I was like an hour away from the train station, so 1 hour and then another hour. Boom, fast train, boom, 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 done. Okay, if I want to go the same distance in America, that's not on the Bay Area Rapid Transit, BART, I don't even know. I don't even know how to get there.
I still don't know. I mean, like, they have the Flixbus, but it goes to like 2 or 3 cities. Like, it's like San Francisco, Oakland, Sacramento, Reno. And if you look at all the cities in between, then you'll get my point. I don't even know. I probably have to fly. Like, what if I wanted to get to like Fresno, California? Not that I will ever be going to Fresno. Shout out to Fresno. No shade. How would I get there other than Keiaradise? I don't know, but in China it was just like L train. Never been on them, never will.
I miss, like, so I would think that I live like in a big city, but San Francisco feels far more suburban compared to like China or Chinese city. You know, like there's 7-Elevens everywhere, but this one has to be like an Asia thing.
I still agree with this. Like, I'm talking about when you think about something like Tokyo or Shanghai, like there's just so much city everywhere. But I think in San Francisco, it's very like residential. It's like you have a bunch of residential parts and homes and stuff. Then you have like one commercial part, and then a bunch of homes, and then the neighborhood that one commercial part, like that, if that makes sense.
Because first of all, it's flat, you know. Because even when I go to Sacramento, like where my dad lives, I would have to walk for days to get to the nearest anything. I'm like, isn't this a city?
Never walked, always drive. But yeah, you have to drive everywhere. You can't walk, because I mean, you can walk, but good luck.
Really? You know, everyone drives out here. And then like in where I'm right now, the closest thing I can think of is literally 12 blocks, a mile away. The closest store.
Okay, I gotta say something about that. I don't think it's a mile away. It's a quarter of a mile. That's still far.
Shopping, consuming place, establishment, mile. And I remember in Shanghai, I was just always like, oh, let me just go to the little corner market. Every block has something where civilization. We can buy you, a Coke. Or, I don't know, some cheap bottle of wine or some baijiu.
I hope I wasn't drinking wine in a mug.
Yeah, I really do miss that. Like, I just feel like here, I'm like, dang, you really need a car. I don't like to drive. Big thing is the safetyness of it. Safetyness? Yeah, safetyness-ization of China, because it's so safe out there. You just never feel unsafe. You know what I mean? You might feel a little claustrophobic sometimes, but in my 8 years of living in China, not in one moment did I ever feel like paranoid or harm. And in America, it's just an energy. You know what
I mean, I get that feeling still, but only if I'm like downtown or something, not in my immediate neighborhood, but like overall, yeah, because just things are a little bit different. Like in China, there's this, I guess, more trust in China amongst the people. Like this, I can't even explain it, but out here I think that like there's a lot more fear than there is trusting like your neighbor, you know.
I mean? Like, if you think about statistically, maybe it's like actually pretty safe, but there's just something about the energy here where it's like, oh, when you walk down the street downtown, you gotta kind of like hold your purse, or you know what, I don't know how to explain it or articulate it, but there's just not this thing. Oh, the other thing I miss. I miss 支付宝, Alipay, and WeChat wallet. Y'all are sleep on some mobile payments. Lord have mercy out here.
So now that I'm working in finance and in banking, I really see how Americans are a little bit like unable to adapt in a lot of ways, because I know for a fact that it doesn't matter what generation it was in China. They all were like, okay, this is an easier way to do this. Like everyone I knew from all ages got this down because it was just so convenient. But here it's like people just don't want to change, you know what I mean? And that's kind of, I think that's almost like an American thing or like a Chinese thing, because Chinese people are just, they're so willing to like improve, whereas I feel like America, we want to make America great again, you know, like go back to something. It's like China's all like, let's move forward, you know, and that's like the national identity or the national consciousness or something like that. So yeah, I definitely still feel like we need to do better. We should be doing mobile pay.
Put in your car. 2 minutes later, can we have your PIN? Put in your PIN. 2 months later, do you want cash back? Why do we want cash? It's 2020, 2019. We're a whole another decade, basically. Cashless. Okay. Do you want? Yeah, you want cash back? How much? Another button. Okay. Do you want?
I'll be donating. Every time they ask me to donate, I'll be donating.
Donate to da-da-da. I'm like, okay, let's donate to da-da-da. Yeah, are you sure you want to donate to da-da-da? I'm like, yes. Dang. And then in China, it's just like, final price, dook, out. It's like magic. It's like I'm paying with my brain. I'm just going, bill paid. But in America, it's arduous, man. Those machines, you gotta swipe. Do you know how much, like, physical, how taxing it is?
I like that word, taxing.
Taxing. Paying for stuff in America. Y'all need to just That's it. That's what I miss about China. I miss Chinese food, real Chinese food. I'm gonna make a separate video about that. Like, Chinese food in America is disgusting.
Okay, as of 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, before the whole shelter in place thing happened, I finally found a restaurant that I loved out here, a Chinese restaurant. And I finally, I was like, oh, this is delicious. Every other place I've gone to, have been just like, oh, it's okay. I don't bother eating here again. Just all have been like, no.
Oh my god, I would, if I was Chinese, I would feel so insulted that they, took our food and just butchered it, doctored.
It's kind of like, imagine how Mexican people must feel about, Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Really? You guys are gonna make something as delicious and staple and divine as a taco, which is just 2 little corn tortillas and whatever filling you want, and make a chalupa or something like that out of it? What? That's how I feel about Chinese food out here.
Doctored it up, made it gross. Chinese food here is disgusting.
It's edible, but my palate is very different. I just don't like the sweet Chinese food, like orange chicken and candy chicken and all that stuff, and beef and broccoli, and all the food is just sweet, and I'm like, this is not Chinese.
I mean, if you like it, then alright, that's because you ain't had the real thing. And it's there's nothing alike. Literally, there's nothing. It's like night and day.
It's like Taco Bells and real tacos. Yeah.
Authentic Chinese food and then American Chinese food. It's just, to me, it's just so different. I think Chinese food would do well out here. Maybe I should open a Chinese restaurant, but I don't want to be in the restaurant business. I'll be a silent investor.
I would do that. Actually, I found a Malatang restaurant or eatery, and I'll take y'all there after the shelter in place stuff is done.
Talks too much. Always gotta give your opinion. Aren't you a silent investor? Yeah, but I want it my way. I'm not bossy. I'm the boss. I'll make a separate video about Chinese food and compared to American Chinese food. Yeah, that'll be fun. And I can show you. I think that's pretty much everything that I missed.
Okay, so my opinions have somewhat changed or evolved or remain the same. Who knows? Anyway, I hope y'all like this video. Do leave me a comment telling me about how you're dealing with this whole coronavirus shelter in place stuff. Okay, I hope you guys are hanging in there, being safe, being healthy. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Practice your Chinese numbers, you know what I mean? be able to come to our stream. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good and be healthy. Wash your hands. Stop buying all the toilet paper, okay? Wipe your booty with a washcloth, okay? We need some toilet paper. Bye.